everyone, welcome back. So this past weekend, Hunter and I went to our last national park in the PNW, Olympic National Park. It was super gorgeous. We got to see 3 sections of the park, and let's hop right into showing you guys some of the views when we were there. We drove the coastline of Olympic National Park and got to see some amazing views of the ocean. Unfortunately, we were there during high tide, so we didn't get to see the tide pools with starfish and other sea animals living inside of them. We did get to see some birds, and Hunter got to take some pictures of some pelicans, and it was still a gorgeous experience walking on the cool and gloomy beach. We even saw someone surfing in the water here. Within the Hoh rainforest, moss and other evergreen materials blanket every surface, usually several feet deep. They also make up a portion of the biomass total. All that greenery sprouts from rich soils fed by up to 158 inches of rainfall annually. The Hoh rainforest is one of the most iconic temperate rainforests in the world. The 17-mile road winds up, and then you can hike several trails that explore the area. We hiked for about 2 miles in this area and got to see gorgeous views of all of the moss, and the trees were absolutely huge. Most of the trees are old growth hemlocks, Sitka spruces, and red cedars. They're all very different and very beautiful. This area is definitely one of the most beautiful areas I've ever been in, and one of the most diverse forests I've ever seen. After our first day of exploring, Hunter and I headed up to Hurricane Ridge. We went through Port Angeles and then drove up Hurricane Ridge Road towards the Visitor Center. The Visitor Center unfortunately burned down in 2023, and there's a smaller one located at the bottom of the Ridge Road now. We hiked Hurricane Hill, which unfortunately we had to add a 1.5 mile walk on the road to hike because there were no RVs allowed down to the parking lot for Hurricane Hill. This is one of the only areas where you can see Mount Olympus in the park, and we were lucky to score a very sunny day in September to be able to see something like that. From the top of Hurricane Hill, you can see Victoria Island in Canada and Port Angeles at the bottom. There are panoramic views the entire way up Hurricane Ridge Road, and the hike up to Hurricane Hill is no different. We didn't even get to see a huge portion of this park, and I was still blown away by the uniqueness and diversity of every section. Everything was mind-blowingly beautiful, and I'm so grateful that we got to fit this trip in before the end of the season. So now that we're back from Olympic, Hunter settled into his last week of work, and then we head to New York on a road trip on Monday. We're really excited for our road trip, and I'm sure we'll have quite a few national park stops, and then we have quite a few things to start repairing on the camper/truck, like getting this bad boy out of here once we get back to New York. So follow along for more videos, and I'm excited to share some fun content from our road trip. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!